So, up until now, every topic of every video I've made has been decided by me, and although it is my channel, I think I've been a bit selfish by not extending that decision to my audience. For my next video idea, I'll look in my old suggestion box. If you too would like to send in a suggestion, whether it be a video idea, compliment, or constructive compliment, please mail it to... Okay, let's see what's been simmering in here. From Tommy H. in New Jersey. I think you should swear more in the videos. Me and my little brother Kyle watches your videos, and he likes it when you swear, and I like it too. He is 9 and I am 11. Well, Tommy and Kyle, I'll try my damn best to do that. Okay. From Miles G. in Indiana. Please avoid using the color green in your videos. Green fucking sucks as a color and I hate it. So you just, Miles, you just don't want me to use color green ever. Just no more. Like, 100% no more. Like, if it's in the video, you just want me to chroma key it out. Okay, I don't... Okay. This one's from Lindsay M. in Wales. I was driving on the freeway in the fast lane with a rabid wolverine in my underwear when suddenly... Okay, this is the lyrics to a Weird Al song. This is not a request. I don't know... Lindsay M., I don't know why you mailed this to me. Okay, okay, Renee S. from Alabama. Okay, Renee S. from Alabama. What is this? Is that a pig? Is that a horse? A bunny? And is that fire it's next to? This isn't a request. I don't know what you want me to do with this. You gotta explain what this is, or what this means, or... Okay, okay. Billy M. Sonic Spinball. Let's do it. I'm not saying your video game franchise has to have a pinball spin-off game to be successful, but... And what a great combination! Sonic already goes into a ball, and is a largely physics and momentum-based platformer, so, yeah, it's a pretty natural fit. And with the Spin Dash, wait a minute. Spin sounds like pin. That's why... But if we're gonna talk about Sonic, we gotta mention the Sonic Cycle. Wait a minute, this isn't the Sonic Cycle, it's a picture of a cell phone with a DVD player. And this isn't a microphone I'm talking into, it's a bowl of chocolate milk with Doritos in it. The sole reason Sonic Spinball was made was because Sonic 3 wasn't going to be ready in time for the '93 holiday season. So while the Japanese staff of Sega Technical Institute finished Sonic 3, a team composed mostly of American employees got to work on a new title to tide Hedgeheads over. Through some sort of focus group testing data, it was determined that the most popular zone up to that point was Casino Night, which incorporates a lot of pinball imagery and gameplay elements. I think you know where this is going. The designers decided that the pinball set pieces could be expanded into an entire game of its own, using this game, Pinball Dreams, as an inspiration. Okay. After previewing a few test animations of Sonic as a pinball, Sega gave them the green light. What followed was an extremely rushed development cycle to make sure that the game hit shelves in time for the holidays. The team worked tirelessly over the summer to get the game complete, and the game was released that November. Designer Peter Morowijk was pleased with the game's sales, but lamented that he wished the game could have spent more time in the oven. But he had helped create one of the most unique games in a series that's already one of a kind. Right from the get-go, Sonic Spinball gets going and setting itself apart from the mainline games up to that point. First off, it's a fucking pinball game and not a platformer, so that's pretty different. But besides that, the overall mood of this game is darker, grittier, almost dystopian. It trades in the bright skies and vibrant scenery for industrial labyrinths, winding man-made mazes. It's a game built of girders, steam pipes, and gears. It's also darker overall, with a cooler color palette. I mean, it's still a children's game where kangaroos jump on a fire bellow, but it's also got these things as a boss. Can you imagine this thing appearing in Emerald Hill Zone? And for the record, I love this game's art. There's a level of detail here that isn't present in any other sprite-based Sonic game, but it's also much more stylized, too. The character expressions are much more exaggerated, and Robotnik's teeth look like the fucking pause button. Robotnik's got a different design overall, actually. Looks like... Yeah, well, that's because... Excuse me, I am talking! Well, that's because he is that Robotnik. And that chicken guy? Yep, that's Scratch. And there's Grounder. And there's Sally Acorn. And there's... Rodney, there he is! So this game uses characters from both Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic Sat AM, two Sonic cartoons that were wildly different in tone. I guess it takes place in a fusion of the two universes? That's my best guess. Truthfully, I didn't get great grades at the Sonic the Hedgehog themed high school I attended. I also had a really difficult time getting into college with my speed diploma. But what's the gameplay like? What's the gameplay like? It's Spinball. Spinball. The goal of each of the 5 stages is to collect every Chaos Emerald and then find and defeat a boss. This means that you'll have to fling Sonic through various pipes and passageways, all while trying to rack up a high score, if you want. See, the scoring system, though it may be a staple of actual pinball, goes against what makes this game enjoyable. So, I'm actually not the biggest fan of pinball, and it's not that I don't like it. I've probably played an actual table less than 10 times in my life so far. I've never felt a grand desire to spend quarters on it when given the chance. Although playing this game has made me like it more overall. Anyway, the appeal of pinball, from my understanding, is going for the high score. You know, getting to see your name on the high score wall. But Sonic Spinball gives you specific objectives. Get this thing, and this thing, and this thing, and kill this thing. Doing these things will net you extra points, but seeing as how there's no time limit, going for the high score will actually encourage you to stay in one spot of the level and do one thing repeatedly, since moving around means a higher risk of Sonic slipping past your flippers and dying. In short, the score-based half and the level-based half of this game aren't conducive with one another. Including a timer would solve the problem, because it would mean that the best way to accrue score would be to complete these objectives. But on the other hand, it would also make the game 10 times more frustrating. So, I found this out while editing, that the game actually does give you a time bonus for completing a level under 6 minutes. I looked it up, and that's 10 million points that it gives you. So technically, it kind of does have a timer element to it. My bad, didn't notice that. However, I would still argue that potentially you could just farm points by doing one thing over and over again, and that would technically be the safer option in certain areas. So my point still kinda stands. The game does kind of encourage you, in a way, to stay in one place and farm points. Okay, back to the video, because levels in this game are long. And that's not necessarily a flaw, in my opinion. I mean, most of the gameplay is spent trying to get Sonic to go somewhere and failing. 'Tis the nature of pinball. Sonic Spinball is a much more laid-back experience than actual pinball. My memories of pinball are adrenaline-fueled frenzies with lights flashing as I slap the flipper buttons, trying my best to score and failing miserably. But my time spent with Sonic Spinball was more like... It's much slower paced is what I'm saying. Spinball is best played idly, preferably while listening to something else in the background. Put this game on and fire up LEGO Star Wars All Cutscenes movie. There you go. Fun afternoon. More than anything, to me, Sonic Spinball is an exploration game more than anything. To me. I like bouncing around the tables, interacting with the levels with the same kind of mindlessness that a child might fiddle with one of those toys with the rails and the rings. I just wish this game wasn't so harsh with the punishment. You keep your Chaos Emeralds when you die, but the rest of the table resets, and if you get a game over, you're kicked back to the beginning of the game. Like I said, some of these stages can take a long time to complete, so Yeah, I save stated this one. I feel like I'm sorta justified here because a lot of the deaths didn't feel like me making a mistake so much as they felt like the physics not aligning in my favor. I did a little bit of rewinding too. The final stage is especially egregious in this respect. Not only are there 5 emeralds you have to collect, but the boss that opens once you do has 3 different ways to kick you out. And once you fall, well, it could be a long way back to the top. You can try to catch yourself with these button things if you fall south, but sometimes you just go right through. The first stage has safety nets in the form of this platform and this barrel, and the second stage has this little chain minigame that I don't really like. Can we remove this, please? All 3 of these provide a sense of danger while not being an instant death. I wish this was present in every level. It would help mitigate the frustration of the semi-frequent physics-related accidents, and would mean that almost every death would be the fault of the player. It'd be even better if these safety nets were unique, like one where you gotta save yourself with these blower things, and another where you mash the button to climb up. Notice how I said button, singular, perfect for the 2600. In theory, this simple control scheme means the game is ripe with pick-up-and-play potential, but there's 2 things they don't tell you. They don't tell you this in Spinball class at Sonic High School. First, if you want to shoot straight, you gotta grab Sonic with the flippers first by holding down the button. Then, once Sonic has come to a complete stop, you release, and he'll slowly slide down the flipper, giving you a straighter shot. The other thing you gotta know is that you can launch Sonic higher or lower by holding up or down. I found this so useful that I was pretty much holding up the entire game. Hopefully these pointers make the game easier for you, because as far as I know, there is no difficulty setting. Maybe I missed it in the option. Oh! Okay, wow. That is... Can we turn that down, actually? Can we get that quieter? Can we just get that quiet? Aside from its infamous options theme, I think the soundtrack for Spinball is pretty good. It's a lot harsher sounding than any other Sonic games, which pairs well with the new art direction. To me, it all sounds like an old Sierra game. It's got those satisfying crunchy sound effects the Genesis was known for, too. And honestly, if an instrument other than the screeching electric guitar was chosen for the lead and the options music, I think it would sound okay. It's like if the Mona Lisa's colors were wrong. There's something good in there, but... Is that Kent Brockman? Sonic Spinball is a quite enjoyable exploration game, maybe best enjoyed with a rewind button at hand. When you accept that sometimes, Sonic just will not go where the fuck you want him to, often in fact, then Sonic Spinball is a great Genesis title that is unique, fun, and did you guys know that there was a Game Gear version of this? Graphically, obviously it's not up to par with the original. The physics, from the look of it, seem to be as close to the Genesis's as they could have gotten them. There's definitely a lot less set pieces in this one, but it's got this thing. Yeah, the one possible improvement is the inclusion of this electric barrier here that seems to act like a safety net. Like I was talking about, so I guess you can say that this is the superior version. Yeah, just play the Genesis version. Because despite its flaws, it's a great title that is unique, fun, and there's also a Master System version! It seems to be identical to the Game Gear version, except that it's bigger. I noticed that these versions completely change the bonus stages to these traditional platformy styled ones. The first stage's graphics look like Action 52. These versions are also 3 times more annoying than the original because there's a very slow ticker message that you have to skip every time you get an emerald. Thank you, game! I don't need a stock market update every time I collect an emerald. You know what doesn't do that is the Genesis game, and that's the version you should play. Because despite its flaws, it's a great title that is unique, fun, and... enjoy. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, you can click a like, and that will help me. And if you want to talk about Sonic Spinball down in the comments, I will probably reply to you, because I read them all. Thank you very much to those who supported my last video. All the support made me really happy on that video. I'm glad y'all liked it, and thank you so much for supporting the Billy McChucks empire. Sincerely, thank you very much. My next video, I know what it's gonna be. I'm probably gonna start work on it soon-ish. After that, I don't know. And I will end this now.